The following clip is from our program, How to Make Contact. At this point in the program, Brian is discussing how to use the Western esoteric practice of the middle pillar as an introductory method of stimulating contact with an aspect of the One. I think it's important to know that when he uses the word aspect, this is what he means: an aspect of the One, or any spirit, deity, or angel, etc. that you wish to make contact with.
We've done the altar, we've done an icon that we're producing or we've produced in some way, shape, or form. I'm just going to use the one, like a card that I've either as simply as written out the name in the original language or whatever, however we want to do that. And just, that I'm using it as a link to get. It's the icon that I touch on that sort of brings my energy and idea to that aspect of what I'm trying to make contact with. So what better way to add more energy to that flow than to bring that icon into your sphere while you're doing the middle pillar? It's another, if I was standing and doing this, I'd probably put it between my feet. But as I'm sitting, I'll put it between my feet here, or maybe under my foot, right? It's like, there's no right or wrong here. It's in your sphere. But if that makes you feel like you're getting more contact, then by all means do that, right? It's
Or
like
if it makes you feel
awareness.
uncomfortable because you think you're stepping on that aspect of the One, or
Depending
something like
on,
that, right?
what you feel,
Yeah.
Again, there's not a lot that's like, let's say, that idea of everything is sacred. So it's hard to be sacrilegious about these things unless you're completely, going against what it stands for or something like that, right? But, we don't want to take those things so, in a religious context where look at us, right? It's like, the One made us, so how could it be like upset with the way that we turned out? Or, we're trying to bring ourselves more in alignment with that, right? So it's like, it's pretty likely that we're going to get some bumps and bruises along the way, and we're going to make some mistakes, right? So the idea is that I don't get too over wrapped up in all this, like, oh, do it left before right, do it right before. If there's something specific about that, I do it. If it's not, I don't worry about that, right? And it's like, look, I do the best in the way that I can conceptualize these things. Yes, I want to, make this icon so that I can have a physical connection here that I can use to channel my energy directly to that aspect. It's not like I think that thing is the thing that I'm trying to get contact with, because I can just pick that up. I got contact, right? So if, if somebody has in their head that they need to wrap that in, pure linen or silk or, of a specific color, or if you need that to kind of bridge your way into it, that's fine. But does it have to be done that way? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's just this is part that we have to sort of go through. And I use as many props, crutches, however you want to think about it, in order to get my mind to move in the direction that I want it to go. That's all those are. That's all they are. They're not imbued items where they have some kind of energy that's so profound in that it's going to overwhelm you or like give you some kind of whiplash or whatever. It's like, no, those things, is it possible to have those things, and are they out there? Yes, but it takes a very long time for them to accumulate that kind of energy, right? Those are, those are true artifacts, right? So that's not what we're talking about here. Don't get blindsided thinking that you've created something that's actually an artifact at this point. It's not. Okay, so, but I do want to use it. I want to integrate it and bring it in. We've learned to accumulate more energy, more balance. Why not send some of that balanced energy toward that aspect that we're trying to do?
That aspect of the One.
That's right. And so what a beautiful way to do that, right? And it makes you feel more connected to it too, right? So it's like, maybe during that sitting at the end with that icon between your feet or in your lap or whatever, even your pocket, doesn't matter, it's in your field, right? with it in that territory, maybe you'll come up with an idea spontaneously about how to enhance that.
Enhance your icon.
Yeah, your icon, right. So it may be, a mark or this or that. It's like, you can explore that a little bit more. I mean, who's to say that's not coming directly from that aspect to begin with?
Right.
Oh, I see you. I see you now. And I think if you do this, that's going to make it a little bit easier for you to get to where we can have a conversation or whatever, right? Or we can have a little bit more of an exchange of energy. And so it's not out of the realms of possibility. Those things happen. We have to trust ourselves to go there without projecting it so much that it's just an aberration in our mind, and we're just marking up this thing and making it so complex that we don't know what one line means from the next. A name is easy, right? It's there. You can't unsee that once you have it. If you start decorating it and doing all these things, all of those marks, all of those lines mean something. They're energetic representations, right? There's a symbolism there. Those symbols project energy out. And they accumulate energy around them, right? So if you make it so confused, you're just going to have this, you're going to have an icon of confusion instead of something that's just clear and, direct. I want to, the thing with clarity is that it takes all the distraction away. Like when I talked about the altar, of like you want it to be clean, to focus your energy in a very specific way. You don't want to have every nuanced whatever all over the damn thing, because it's just, then you're focusing energy on more confusion. It's like, look how confused I am. I have to take everything I've ever had and put it on this table to show you what I've got. That's like a child, right? It's like a child. Let me show you all my toys. I'm going to pull everything out of the closet. And it's like, hey, dude, I have been there so many times, right? And I see that same representation with practitioners too, even older ones, people that have been doing it for a long time. It's like, oh, I got this from here and I got this from there and I got, it's like, well, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Bring it back to basics, right? It's like, concentrate, focus. What target are you trying to hit? I'm course correcting. It's like, again, I want the truth more than I want to be right. It's like, oh, let's play with a single toy. We don't need to bring everything out of the closet. Let's take the Legos out and let's engage in the Lego process, right? It's like, I'm very focused on that. And there's some flexibility in there, right? I'm creating something with the Legos with, the little guy of my choice or whatever it is. So, and that's the idea. It's like, again, all of these things can be brought back, I think, to, physical analogies that help clarify our mind. It's like, again, up as above, so below. If I'm clear here, if I'm clear in my physical representation, I'm going to be clear energetically, right? I'm going to be clear in my response and my ability to make that contact. So it's so important, we're creatures that are trying to expand our limitations, right? But we still have a container that we have to deal with. And so the more that we can accumulate more energy and make ourselves more flexible, more adaptable, but then we choose, instead of to spread it out like a shotgun on everything that we could possibly see, we focus it on one target and we push all of that energy, we move all of that energy by bringing our awareness to that spot. It's simple, and it's, we're just, we're walking people through the process because it's such a beautiful thing to be able to do. And just when you have that clarity of mind to be able to do that, and it's not confused with all this gobbledygook and rules and regulations, and I swear that half of that shit is there just to fucking keep people away from it. And it's like, you can experience this yourself. You don't need an intermediary. I'm just here to help guide you through the process and let you experience yourself that you can do this. And that's it. That's it. And anything that's confused, I want to know, because a confused mind is, the biggest sin in esoteric practice as far as I can see. Everything else can be overcome. It's like, that's tough, so we don't want to push in more confusion. We want to clarify all the aspects from a broad territory and down to the most narrow, piece by piece, so that so that you accomplish what you want. It's not what I want, it's what you want, right? And so I want you to be able to do that, because I think it'll be incredible. So, and the more people that can do that will change this world.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This has been a clip from our advanced course, How to Make Contact, which is a comprehensive guide to making contact with any spirit or aspect of the one of your choosing, which is available to our To Be Silent members. If you'd like to learn more about this program, as well as our bi-monthly supportive group coaching calls and other advanced courses included with membership, which includes Lucid Dreaming, Awaken the Sleeping Mind, and How to See Energy, a complete course in opening the third eye, please click the link below this video to learn more and to sign up. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you soon.